2 cups of carrots. Done. We're gonna add the olive oil in the blender. Woo-wee. And we're gonna add the sour cream in the blender. Not your typical ingredient for a Brazilian carrot cake, but because this is low carb and we're using almond flour, we're going with the sour cream to make it moist. Don't ask why I didn't use Greek yogurt. I don't want to. Next, we're gonna crack the eggs in here. Yep, eggs. 4 eggs. Don't get any shells in there. I'm pretty good at doing that. Almost 4. Go wash your hands. A little different from what you're used to. Not actually a carrot cake. Well, it's a Brazilian carrot cake. By the way, I'm adding the 1/4 cup of unsalted butter in there. I'm gonna add the brown sweetener as well because it's very moist. And I think it'll go great in there right now. And then we'll mix all this in the blender. And then we're going, excuse the reach, to add the dry ingredients after that. Okay, set that aside. Let's do the dry ingredients. 3 cups of almond flour. We're gonna add the 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. And we're gonna add the 1 teaspoon of salt. And I want you to whisk that together. Get out any lumps. I have my baby whisk here because my other whisk I just used for another recipe and it's in the sink, unwashed. So get out any big clumps. And once we do that, we're gonna add the wet ingredients from the blender into here. And we're gonna pour this into a 9-inch baking dish that's been greased and lined with parchment paper just because I want double protection. Wet ingredients going down. Ooh, look at that. This is like, oh my God, I just saw a full carrot come out. How did that one get stuck? Okay, I'm gonna fish that one out because that cannot be in there. Just 1 carrot coin. 1 coin of a carrot. Where is it? There. How did this one survive out of everything? So, fold everything in together. Ooh, I can tell this is going to be delicious. So you basically want to keep folding until there's no dryness left. So if you still see dry almond flour, keep mixing. Is this gonna be like amazing? I'm so excited. That the butter in there helps it stick to the pan as well, so that's pretty good. It might have some ruffles along the side because of the parchment, so if you don't want that, don't do it this way. Get it right in all the nooks, crannies. Okay, in the meantime, you should have preheated your oven at 350. My oven's noisy, so I don't like to do it before I start because I'm filming. So let me do this first. Everything in the cake pan and then in the oven at 350. We're gonna go for 1 hour to start and then see how it goes. I probably need 3 hands for this, but let's do it. Will you look at that? Doesn't that look nice and bright? It looks like the sunshine. little brown around the edges, which is fine because we're just gonna put that chocolate over top, the chocolate sauce. But I gotta wait till it really cools down before I do that. So I'm just gonna let it cool, and then I'm gonna put it on a wire rack, but not yet. I'm afraid it'll fall apart if I try and take it out now. I did poke a hole through it with a toothpick and it came out clean. And that was at 50 minutes, not 60. So 50 minutes should be good enough, maybe even 45 minutes, depending on your oven. Okay, the chocolate sauce isn't supposed to be too thick. It's kind of runny. See if it works. It's cooled down a bit. So it's really just sugar-free chocolate chips. I use 1 tablespoon of butter and a 1/3 cup of water. I didn't add any sweetener because the sugar-free chocolate chips have sweetener in them, right? So I'm just gonna pour a little bit just over the center. Maybe all the way around. So you're supposed to let it cool. Try and get top of the cake at least. Let it run down the edges. A little bit, a little bit. Okay. Let that cool down for a bit, and I think we're done. Okay, I'm done. By the way, the cake is really good. It's not your typical carrot cake. It's very different, but it's nice and super moist. Yes, I said it. Now who's gonna come over and help me eat all this stuff? Because I'm still trying to lose those 20 pounds before me.